and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the Algerian Football Show, where we discuss all the top stories from Algerian football in English every week. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone is doing well. Now, we know that the Algeria squad is out. I've already made a video about the Algeria squad for the games against Djibouti and Burkina Faso. If you want to watch that video, you can check it out. It's also on the channel. But we're discussing the stories around Algerian football this week, and there's been a lot of transfer activity. So let's get straight into that. And one man who has finally sorted his future out is Mr. Andy Delort. There was lots of speculation about whether he was going to leave Montpellier. A lot of French clubs are interested, and Delort already started off the season well with a couple of goals in Ligue 1 for Montpellier. But now I think this is a really exciting move because he's joined Nice in Ligue 1. And Nice are managed by Gaultier, who just won the league with Lille. And I think Nice have started the season very, very well. I think they've got a couple of wins under their belt already, and they're looking really strong this season. And if you factor in adding a guy like Delort to their team, I know they've got Amine Gouiri as well, but is Delort going to play with Gouiri? Are they going to play together? Is Delort going to put Gouiri on the bench? I think Delort definitely has to start for Nice, and I think the manager was talking about the qualities that Delort has, you know, his pace and his ability in the air. And I think we could see a lot of goals from Delort this season. You look at the players around him, the likes of Kluivert and Youssef Artal down that right wing when he's fit. Of course, Artal is injured at the moment. There's quite a lot of Algerians at Nice there now at the moment, with Artal and Boudaoui, Bourhendi, of course Gouiri, but he's going to play for France, and now Delort as well. So a lot of Algerian eyes will be supporting Nice this season. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how that team unfolds together. I think it's a great move for him. He's 29, obviously he's chose to stay in France. I think it's the safe option. Always risky to move abroad. We know how good Delort is, and we know he's going to be playing every single week, and I think this could be really exciting to see how he gets on. I think Nice have got the quality to push on higher up the league than Montpellier have. I think if Delort can take his goal scoring form from Montpellier to Nice, he could easily get 15 to 20 goals this season. I know he's already got 2 goals, so this is going to be a really great move. Really excited to see how Nice get on. They recently won 4-0 in the league, but Boudaoui got an assist in that game. But of course, like I said, Artal is currently out with an injury. He is very injury prone. But if we can see Delort up front for that team, that would be very, very good. So a brilliant move for Andy Delort. Another Algerian striker who's been on the move is Ishak Belfodil, the forgotten man. A few seasons ago, he was very, very good. He was in and around the Algeria squad. He was playing for Hoffenheim. He scored 14, 15 goals in a season in the Bundesliga. Unfortunately, he got taken out of the team for Kramaric, and then he got released by Hoffenheim. Now, he's chosen to stay in the Bundesliga with Hertha Berlin. So Hertha Berlin, a club in the top tier of German football. Belfodil obviously feels comfortable there. I think he's played for Werder Bremen as well. He knows the league, but I think he's also 28, 29. He's also a little bit older as well. But another striker option, perhaps to push Slimani, Bounedjah and Delort for future Algeria squads. If Belfodil can get back in shape, get fit again, get 5 to 10 goals in the Bundesliga this season, that'd be fantastic for everyone involved. So I'm glad he's not gone back to the Middle East. He wants to stay in Europe, a good club, a good city in Berlin, and hopefully the fans can get behind him there. But if he can get a few goals, because we know Belfodil has got the quality, it's just sometimes the attitude and the injury record that has stopped him from really progressing. But if he can just get a few consistent games under his belt, like he did when he was at Hoffenheim, I think maybe we could still see some really good quality from Belfodil as a backup striker for the Algerian national team in the future. So keep an eye on how Belfodil is doing in the Bundesliga. Of course, we've got Bensebaini in the Bundesliga as well. Adam Munoz, he is another player that really needs to sort his future out. He's been linked heavily with a move to Marseille. Now Marseille, again, they've started the season okay. They've obviously got a few signings in the door like Guendouzi and stuff like that, Saliba. I think Marseille could have a great season as well, and if they could get Adam Munoz in, we've seen Adam Munoz go to Nice before. Unfortunately, they chose not to sign him permanently, but Marseille is a big club with a huge Algerian fan base. We know what the Algerian fans are like for Marseille, the flares, the fireworks, always Algerian flags in the stadium. This would be a great move for all the parties involved if Adam Munoz gets out of Napoli and gets to Marseille. Now, apparently it's Napoli that are holding the move back. Napoli not too keen on letting him go. I don't know why, because Napoli just don't use him. You know, with Napoli, it's always going to be, you know, Insigne, Mertens or Osimhen, stuff like that. We're just not really seeing Adam Munoz get a chance at Napoli, and it's a real shame because he does have the quality. We know he's got the quality. Even off the bench at AFCON 2019, Adam Munoz scored 3 goals coming off. He didn't even start for the team, and he's that good. So he needs to get a move, or he's going to risk not going to the next AFCON, because Rachid Gazelle has currently got the backup right wing spot. There's a lot of competition for places in and around those attacking right wing areas. So Andy Delort, if he can get that move to Marseille, play regularly in France, I think that could be very, very promising for him. So keep an eye on that one. Belia, he's not been playing with Metz. He's saying he's injured. I don't know if he's actually injured. They're trying to move on Belia as well. He's already rejected the move to the MLS. I've seen Leeds United have been linked with Belia, and it's just €5 million they're looking for. So someone's going to get an absolute bargain. Someone needs to pick up on Belia. He scored recently for the Algerian national team. Again, if he's not playing regularly, Belmadi is not going to look to him for the AFCON. And there's only a few months to go. I know it seems like it's quite far away, but it's only in January. We're only looking at about 4 months away until AFCON kicks off, until Belmadi names his squad. So Belia again and Delort, they need to get these moves sorted if they want to go to the Africa Cup of Nations. You can only take 23 players. I don't know if they'll extend it like they did for the Euros, but these players need to get moves. They need to be playing every week, and they need to get their heads down, because look, the season started. You've got players like Mahrez, Benrahma, Gazelle already flying, and then you've got the likes of Belia and Delort haven't even kicked a ball yet. So they need to sort out their club futures as soon as possible. But back to the matters on the pitch, and Riyad Mahrez was once again a substitute for Manchester City in the Premier League. They beat Arsenal 5-0. Mahrez came on in about the 60th minute. Now, it does look like he's going to be on the bench for quite a lot of the games this season, which is not ideal. We know how long Pep Guardiola is staying at the club, another 2 years. It looks like he's going to be rotating all the time. But hopefully when the Champions League comes around, we'll see a lot more of Mahrez playing in the main team. But they've started with Ferran Torres, Gabriel Jesus, Jack Grealish in the team, and they won 5-0. But even though Mahrez came on with just half an hour left, he still managed to get an assist. Like last week, he came off the bench, he got a goal. This week against Arsenal, he came off the bench, he got an assist. So he's impacting the game when he's not even starting, which is great attitude and very, very good to see. But the funny thing is, Pep put Sterling on as well. Mahrez should have easily had 3 assists in that game. 2 brilliant crosses to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling messes up both of the chances, but for the third cross Mahrez does, Ferran Torres does finish it off with a great header, I think. So Mahrez could have easily had 3 assists, and I think it's the story of Mahrez's career. I think he's been robbed of so many assists where players haven't put the ball in the back of the net. And you look at maybe if they did sign a Harry Kane, they're not going to sign Harry Kane now, but if they did, Mahrez would be getting a lot more assists in that team. Players like Sterling, I think, are not as clinical. I'd love to see Man City go and sign a Haaland. You know, he was on holiday with Mahrez. They joked about being at the same club together, but Mahrez, unfortunately, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist in 3 games. I know he's only started one of those games, but it does look like, despite the fact he had a good pre-season, Pep is rotating the squad heavily already, and this is with De Bruyne out and with Phil Foden not even in the team. So keep an eye on Riyad Mahrez's club situation, but again, we want to see him play every week. We know how good he is. It's good to have Algerian players in the Premier League. We've got Saïd Benrahma as well in the Premier League. West Ham, you know, right near the top of the table, started very, very well indeed. And of course, we've got these 2 qualifiers coming up for the Algerian national team against Djibouti and against Burkina Faso. Very excited to see the World Cup campaign getting underway. We're looking forward to see everyone arrive in Algeria safely, hopefully in Sidi Moussa, training together. Not much travel involved, it's only to Algeria and then to Morocco for the Burkina Faso game and then back into Europe. But hopefully we can get 2 wins out of 2 in those World Cup qualifiers. So hopefully, guys, I'll see you next time for the Algeria against Djibouti preview, and hopefully we'll have some team news and we'll start discussing that match together. But thanks for watching this video. Thanks for tuning in to the Algerian Football Show this week. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video. See you guys later.